You're watching the KUSI News at 6.
They called KUSI's Michael Turko when they found out about a plan to build a bridge in the middle of their neighborhood.
And Turko says it's part of SANDAG's South Bay Bus Rapid Transit Project.
This bridge would just about fill up a narrow green belt that goes between these two condominium projects, almost wall to wall. Well, they tell me they knew SANDAG was planning a bus transit route from the Otay Mesa border crossing all the way to downtown. But they had no idea it would go right through the heart of their neighborhood on a new bridge that wipes out a narrow green belt and rises on retaining walls almost 30 feet in the air. Now, most of these folks support the bus transit concept, but they say this plan is just way over the top. You can tell how strongly people in the Otay Ranch communities of Monet and Treviana feel about this issue. More than a dozen of them turned out to meet me in the pouring rain. A two-lane bus-only bridge will cut right through this narrow path between their homes and over the 125 freeway to the Otay Ranch town center.
It's going to be a huge impact. It's going to impact the way of life to the people that live at Treviana and Monet.
We're standing in the middle of this thing.
We are absolutely standing in the middle of it.
I'm 20 feet from a home here.
The bridge will be 900 feet long, 35 feet wide, with walls on each side 29 feet tall.
Would you buy a home here with a route like this in your backyard, in your side yard, near you, with children? Living up a 4-year-old, I don't want my 4-year-old near a bus route of this magnitude.
It will have a sidewalk for pedestrians and bicycles, but it's designed for buses.
Every 10 minutes, 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours, the peak travel times, starting at 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. the rest of the time, every 15 minutes in 2 directions.
The wall will come straight up from the curb I'm standing on, 11 feet from the nearest homes.
People are going to be looking out their windows at what?
A wall.
With buses on top.
And yes.
SANDAG officials tell me it's been part of the area transportation plan since the 90s and discussed recently at over 20 community meetings.
What do you tell people who say, I'm going to be looking out my window at a bus track?
What we try to focus on is the value of the service. I mean, their community is going to have really terrific transit service that a lot of other communities don't have in our San Diego region, and we're trying to bring to as many as we can.
But they also considered another option, run the buses on Olympic Parkway a few blocks away. It already goes under the 125 freeway.
All I want them to do is to use the other option, very viable option. I think there's lots of benefits to this BRT, but it does not have to go through this community. It still goes to Otay Ranch, and it still goes all the way to the border, which is something they're trying to accomplish.
The community was designed for this transit corridor to go right through the heart of it so that it would be able to capture all of the people that live there as riders. By going on Olympic Parkway, instead of going to the heart of the community, you're going around it instead of through it to give people an opportunity to really make it convenient to use it.
But residents here say they had no idea what was in store when they bought their homes. And just for perspective, here's how wide that bridge will be.
34 feet, right here.
All this grass and trees is ripped out. There's no dog walking, no running with the children or anything of that sort with this going on in here.
And if you just turn around and look, it's just too narrow. And then you're going to have a big wall going up there and a big wall going up here. It's crazy.
Well, SANDAG tells me they will get input from the neighbors on the design of the bridge and those big retaining walls to make sure it fits the architectural character of the area. But it's not a done deal yet. The SANDAG board will have the final say-so late this spring.
And I'm sure neighbors are keeping their fingers crossed on that one, too.
Well, they are, and we're waiting to hear from some more local officials. It's hard to believe the Chula Vista City Council would approve of this.
Right.
Now, they can't necessarily stop it, but they can certainly exert their influence on behalf of their constituents here.
Right.
Let's hope they do that.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. And Michael Turko is always looking for ways to help our viewers. If you need a tough problem solved, give Turko a call, 858-571-FILE, 858-571-3453.